Good afternoon and welcome to Masters of Disguise. As we get started, understand that the objective today is to demonstrate how camouflage can help an organism to survive in its environment. So think for a moment, what is camouflage and how does an animal use camouflage to survive in its environment? Go ahead and pause the video for a moment so that you can go ahead and answer these. So here we see that camouflage is the method used by organisms to conceal by altering or obscuring their appearance. How does it use camouflage? Two ways. It is going to be to blend in with its environment so that the predators are confused or they can't see them, or to blend in and catch the prey off guard. So it happens with both predators and prey. Okay. So this is where your notes start, and you'll see it's pretty easy at this point. Traits are inherited, and some traits make it easier for living things to survive and reproduce. Camouflage is a trait that makes it very hard to see an animal in its natural habitat. Camouflage is an important part of their survival. It hides the animal from its predators while, at the same time, making the animal a sneaky predator itself. An animal that is best camouflaged in its environment has the best chance to survive, to reproduce, and to pass its color pattern on. Those are three very, very important words. So there are two phenotypes. Remember, phenotype being that which we see, the traits that are seen, found in England, black and white speckled. You see just a drawing of them here. Before the Industrial Revolution, the white peppered moth, shown here, had the largest population because they matched the light-colored bark on the trees. This meant that the birds couldn't spot them, and so they lived longer. The birds would thus eat the black peppered moths because they could see them better. But then we had the Industrial Revolution. The factories poured out black smoke, covering the white trees with black soot. This caused the white moths to stand out, and the birds ate them sooner than the black ones. The black moth population grew rapidly because the birds were not naturally selecting them. If this progression were to continue for generations and generations, the gene for the white moths may be completely eliminated from the species. In other words, the birds would cause all of the white moths to go extinct because of evolution. And you see here that there is an actual real picture of this moth kind of blending into that tree there. So we look at three different types of camouflage. First is concealing coloration. Okay, concealing means hiding. So this is when an animal blends in with its background, such as this green frog. And here we have some beautiful animals in the snow blending in. The owls we see more clearly because the picture is close up, but if we took the camera back further away, they'd blend in better with the peppery brown spots. They'd blend in with the dry tree stuff. The light underside of many predatory animals, like the ray here, allow them to blend in with the sun-filled waters as they hunt for food below. So as a predator, they don't want the prey to see them from above. You'll see these other two fish blending in quite nicely. And here we have some others that are blending in. Disruptive coloration is our next one. Zebras are a perfect example of this. It's when an organism's color is broken up with a pattern like stripes or spots, so it confuses. This is what happens with the zebras, is the pattern confuses the lions and they can't figure out what to get, or it conceals them when they are alone in a group. Kind of conceals would mean hide them. And so here you have the stripes on the tiger there, giving the illusion of light and shadow and often confusing the predator's eyes. The same with the spots on the leopards. Mimicry. This is when an animal copies or mimics the form of something else. The owl butterfly mimicry. The eye spots on the wings of the butterfly, so looking at these eyes right here, resemble owl eyes. So when a butterfly spreads its wings, the eye spots might scare predators off, and so the butterfly can get away. You'll see this caterpillar snake mimicry. The caterpillars have a special adaptation that creates the illusion of snake eyes or even marking, so the predators stay away. This viceroy monarch mimicry, the viceroy butterfly has a secret defense. Monarchs taste yucky. Like, predators really don't like to eat monarchs because of their taste. The viceroy tastes just fine, but because it looks so much like the monarch, nobody eats them. You have your leaf mimicry. So many different creatures look like leaves, and so they're naturally camouflaged that way. And finally, your fly hornet mimicry. The fly, which is up here, looks so much like a hornet that things stay away from it because the hornets sting and nobody wants to be stung like that. Okay. Thank you for listening, and we will see you tomorrow.